Hey guys, Adam Blue, BlueGamer.net. This here is the Assassin's Creed 4 video review. Due to that crazy content ID stuff going on with YouTube and all that, I'm gonna do clips a little different than usual. And first, here's the first clip.
Peggy 18.
You know, Edward, I've witnessed my kin.
Yeah. So, yeah. As you can see, the game looks pretty cool. But let me talk about it for a second. So, a little background. I've played all of them. No, I haven't played all of them. I'm lying. I can barely play them. I really get tired of the Assassin's Creed games as I'm playing them. The third game was the first game that actually played through the whole way. I liked it. It was the way the story drove the gameplay. It was a great balance. Although by the time I was done with it, I was pretty much done with it. Okay, so the thing though I loved about 3 is the naval battles. When I heard they were gonna make a 4th one that focused on that, I knew I would love it. And so yeah, the 4th game is very much focused on it. It's so focused on the pirating and the naval battles that I probably spent more time doing that than actually doing the missions of the game. The missions themselves, the story missions, were pretty boring. All they were trailing and eavesdropping missions. I'm not joking. I would go start a mission. Now, and the only reason I was doing missions really was you had to like unlock the progress that you can use as a pirate. Like if I wanted a certain thing, I had to get to a certain point in the story mode so then I can do more with the pirating. But I would then, okay, I gotta go here, do the story mission, let's see what happens, and then I hate to admit it, I skipped the cutscenes, and then all of a sudden I gotta follow a guy. And I'm all like, alright, I hate these missions, but they've gotta have them for story reasons. But then the next mission would be the same thing. It was another guy to follow. And then I would have to do some more eavesdropping, and then follow, and it was like that. And then there would be a mission that's, on a ship. I'm like, okay, good. A mission on a ship, and maybe, it's going to be something cool now. I don't have to do the trailing. No, there was trailing. I had to trail a ship without getting caught. And I'm like, oh my god, what's with these missions? I almost want to say Assassin's Creed 4, being a yearly series, Assassin's Creed, it's like they can only do so much. It looks like it was an experiment. Let's see how far they can go with naval battles. And now they're inquiring about making that a full game where it's just not Assassin's Creed, but it's just a pirating game. I really think that's what they were doing with this because other than that, how bad the story missions were, the game is very last gen. Now, let's talk about that for a second. So I'm playing this on PS4. It definitely looks better than it would on a last gen console. The textures are awesome. It's very high res, but it's only 30 frames per second. Now, it never drops, but 60 is the nice spot to be in. As a PC gamer, I prefer that 60. But 30 was okay. It never got in the way. It definitely wasn't a next-gen looking game, but it looked more like a PC game, a lot better than it would on the last-gen stuff. So, aside from technically being last-gen, let's talk about some of the gameplay elements. It's aged badly. While this being on the ship and do the pirating is awesome, and that is certainly some gameplay that would totally fall in line with next-gen, controlling the actual character, it's Edward Kenway, and this controlling him on the ground is horrible. So with Assassin's Creed, it's an open world game, so there's a lot of that traveling around. You get to an island on the beach, and then it's time to travel. So in Assassin's Creed, you hold down the R trigger to run, and because of that, sometimes I would run into like a pillar or something on my way to go somewhere and just run up the wall, and that was just completely annoying. There was a lot of that, and while this game is open world, it almost didn't play like that because it was open world just for the fact of on the beaches and the islands, just to get goodies, just to pick up, the sea shanty or a map or something. There wasn't a lot of gameplay fleshed out throughout the whole thing. The open world came into the seafaring. That's where a lot of the open world was. So again, this was basically about all that ship stuff. So for Assassin's Creed 4, I recommend a try. If you get a chance to try this out, I don't think I'd go out and buy it right away unless you loved the ship, the pirating from Assassin's Creed 3. Then you will love this. But it might be a little different for people that want an Assassin's Creed experience because it's a little different than that. So I would totally give this a try, a buy if you want to do the ship stuff. So that's it, and stay tuned for another video where I'm going to go in depth and rage over the controls of Assassin's Creed 4 because it's quite horrible. Alright guys.